Welcome to the Audio Production Workshop. Obviously very blessed to have Pulled Apart by Horses in today, and this is the fantastic Rob, who's in Pulled Apart by Horses, who plays bass. And what have you got? What are you playing today? What have you got?
Today I'm playing my Fender American Standard jazz bass.
Nice.
It's pretty standard really, I mean it's just as it comes, and I've had this for quite a few years now.
It sounds great every time you brought it in.
Yeah, I got this around when we were doing Blood, and I've been just using it since really. So.
Did you use it on the latest album? You've been using it all in the albums?
This is what I use this live most of the, all the time now. I was using a Music Man for a while, but this just kind of sounds, I love that Music Man, but this kind of sounds more real. Like, it sounds like it's got more of a real tone.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time I use P basses in the studio because I don't. There's just a bit more bottom end with them sometimes. But yeah, but this is my main number one.
Fantastic. Yeah. Head-wise, what we running today? We've got
again Fender. So
I love these heads.
Yeah, I love this.
This is the Fender Bassman 500, right?
That's right. Well, this is a 300.
Oh, the
actually.
300.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, I've tried again through the years. I've tried different things, but when I heard this, it's the overdrive channel on it. Was in the past I'd used pedals to get an overdriven sound, but this is just, it does it all already. It's all completely valve sort of, and you just get that real overdriven valve sound.
Yeah.
And also on the back of it as well, it's got a really great DI, which is a valve-driven DI. And
this gets the Audio Production Workshop thumbs up. It's a great DI on the back of those things.
So yeah.
And pedals-wise, what we got?
Yeah, and so this is kind of another important aspect of how I get my sound is that so into the tuner, which is the Boss standard. It's like the belly button, everyone's got one, you know. Yeah. And then I go straight into this, the Sans Amp DI.
Tech 21, yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of just, some people use that as a way of driving the head, but obviously I don't need that because it's got the valve drive going on with the head already.
Yeah.
So this just goes, this is a clean signal which goes straight to either the front of house or if you're recording, you know, and that's for like the solid clean bottom end, and then the dirty affected signal is blended over the top of that. So it's always two signals going at once.
Nice.
And then just over the top of that I've got a couple of different fuzzers.
What's this one?
This is great.
That looks tasty, that does.
This is a custom made by a guy called Cog Effects in Sheffield.
Okay.
And I'm from Sheffield as well, so it's nice to have something from my hometown on the board there, yeah. This is great. It's got, I mean, I think one of the most important things with bass distortion and most effects really is that you keep as much of a kind of clean signal or your original tone going on underneath stuff, and then add stuff over the top. So having a blend in there, that's really useful. And then mids as well, so that can be something that ends up lacking with bass, and if you want to kind of cut through in such a noisy band as ours, then that really helps out.
Oh, amazing.
And then this is the MXR Bass Fuzz Deluxe. That's just a really different tone to that one, but generally I tend to just use this to, I blend that, I kick that on top of that, and then it just sends it into
between it's the third album now, isn't it?
Yes.
Third album. When did these kind of start?
Sorry, no, this is the fourth album.
Fourth album. Oh God, how embarrassing. Yeah. So out of which ones started appearing? What were the later additions to the lineup?
Well, this is all new for the latest album. Really, I didn't use any of this other than I was using the Sans Amp live before, since the start of the band. But these fuzz pedals are just kind of what we're doing, what's happened with the new album, really. Yeah, and I do have lots of different other fuzz stuff in the practice room, and this gets changed quite a lot depending on what set we're playing. You know, if we're playing stuff off the older albums, but at the moment we're focusing as much as we can on the new album, so
great.
Yeah.
And it sounds really good. I love it. I think it's really, really good.
And it's easy to get carried away when you've got space on your board to get to, but then you know it's always too many things to go wrong, isn't it? So
the amount of times that I've played around or had to try and lift up stuff that's all very tightly packed together on Velcro boards is an absolute nightmare. It takes your knuckles out.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very. But this looks very wonderful to work with.
Yeah, I like to kind of keep it all simple, really, good. And then. But this is for if we're kind of like flying over to do like European festivals or whatever, and I've got to hire an amp in, and it's never got quite the same sort of drive sound that this can get.
That bad boy.
Yeah, so this is a really nice overdrive pedal. It's kind of a guitar pedal that's way huge. they're kind of made by Dunlop MXR as well, but it's more of a sort of boutique version of their pedals. And that's got, again, it's a blend thing, you know, you can keep some of your cleans in there, but then overdrive, put some sort of dirt over the top of it.
Yeah.
So I just keep that as a sort of like safety option. And it's purple, and that's my favourite colour, so it just looks nice, so I just leave it on there. So.
Fantastic. Brilliant, Rob. Cheers for that, man.
No worries,
That's brilliant.